Welcome to my channel, guys. That's of Chelsea Blue. I did do a video on YouTube not so long ago. What I'm doing now, for some reason, I think one view, and then I went back to have a look. It's gone. Like I said, somebody's playing around on my channel, and I'm small. Let's be honest. I got like 12 subscribers. I mean, come on, really. Anyway, I'm gonna do it again. Hopefully, it stays on this time. Um, right. So lineup was Jorgensen in goal. On the left, we had Hato, Badiashile, Fofana. On the right was Gusto, Reece James, and Caicedo. In front of those was Enzo, Racist Fernandez. On the left, Garnacho. On the right, Neto. Up top, Liam Delap. Um, so yeah, let's hopefully get into it again. Right, so what did we witness? It was quite a poor game. I mean, all right, we won eventually, but it wasn't the best game. That's why I got in the title. Chelsea won, Borefest Pafos nil, because they didn't really offer much. But in the first half, they had the deflected shot that went off the post. I think it come off Reece James, if I remember rightly, and they had a couple of attempts, and in the second half. But let's get into it anyway. In the first half, you had Reece James had a shot, uh, just went wide. Then it was, I think it was a Reece James cross, free kick, if I remember rightly, and Enzo put the ball in the back of net, but it was chalked off because it was a foul. And then you had Caicedo, he had a shot inside, just outside the 6-yard box, went through a couple of players or maybe even three players. The keeper saves it. He has another shot as well, a bit after that. Um, you know, just might have been just outside the box or inside, one of the two. And keeper saved it again. Hato had a shot inside the box. Uh, you know, saved. Said the keeper. Um, he kept it, 0-0 that in that first half. Because it was total domination really by Chelsea. I don't want to make out that we played brilliantly because we never, we did. I didn't expect Enzo Fernandez to play, to be honest with you, because you know that's what we were getting told yesterday. He's not very well. I'm sure we would hear excuses. You know he didn't play to his best because he won't play very well. Why play him, man? But he's just getting told. I said I think Reece. Sorry. I think Enzo Fernandez is going in the summer, but I'm not bothered. The only thing I'm bothered about is who these crooks, who these owners going to bring in next. To replace him. Another, hopeful. Um, Anyway, that was the first half. In the second half, we made a few changes. Um, Jorgensen came off for Sanchez. I don't know. He was holding it back with his leg, so whether it was a hamstring, I don't know. Esteval came on for Reece James, whether that's precautionary, because we got to listen and rely on or listen to the medical department now. You know, so Esteval came on in the second half, and he had a shot. Uh, you know, Good shot as well on a volley. Straight at the keeper. Everything was more or less straight at the keeper. It was just one of those sort of games. And then Badiashile done something quite, for him, don't do nothing really, but he flicked the ball behind him and laid it off for Esteval. And unfortunately, the keeper got to that as well. And Garnacho had mm, a sort of chance where the ball sort of come passed into his path, and you know, you wanted to obviously curl it, and one of the defenders, I think it might be Senna, I think it was, he slid in and tackled it. Good tackle, in all fairness. Gotta give it to him. And they did defend it pretty well. I know, like, they it was basically 10 players, behind the ball more or less. but as I said, last 10 minutes. And then we had the breakthrough, a corner gets played in. The one of the players, I can't remember if it was Senna or it was a player anyway. He heads it, if it comes off, goes backwards, and then Caicedo, when the general, who he is, the main man, he just sort of more or less like a flying header almost comes in, heads the ball, and back of the net, 1-0. So we finally had that breakthrough. I was about 77th, 78th minute, and after that we didn't really do much. Really, we had Neto had like a couple, I wouldn't say opportunities, but he was like running at play, and but yeah, then you had said Delap. Delap went off, for João Pedro. Garnacho went off for Gittins, and but Gittins took on a player. He didn't really do much really, apart from he did take on, took on one or two of their players once or twice. They took the ball off him. But Esteval was the star really when he came on. Just changed the game, every time he's got that ball, he just makes you stand up. He's the only one really, and apart from obviously Cole Palmer. But him and Caicedo, they're our bright spark. Hopefully Reece James is just precautionary. Hopefully he's nothing to, but you never know. Um, but yeah, so the game, like I said, the second half, towards the last 5-10 minutes, um, Pafos, they say huffed and puffed, but they, had a couple of little iffy moments from our defending, or loose passing, and gave them a little tiny chances, if you want to call it that. But apart from that, I mean, they had a couple of shots, long range shots more or less, and Sanchez made two, maybe three saves. Um, Apart from that, that was it really. But it was quite a boring game. It was just like they just wanted to. It's like they wanted the point, and that's what they played for. They played for the point. They didn't, as I said, apart from the last 5-10 minutes, they didn't offer anything really. But yeah, we deserved the win. But I said their keeper kept them in the game. If it weren't for him, I think could have been easy, maybe 4-0. So we're quite lucky with their shot in the first half, which was deflected. I think it was at Jaja, I think his name was. It came off Reece James's shot, came off Reece James and hit at the post. But apart from that, it was the closest really they came to scoring for the whole game. Um, but yeah, as I said, it was quite a nice, boring game. The title says it all, really, Borefest, because it was really. Um, but yeah, so that's that. Like I said, it's my second video now, so hopefully when this one goes up, hopefully YouTube don't take it down. I don't know why I was taken down. I didn't say nothing bad. Um, so as I said, I'm a very, very minute channel. I'm like an embryo. Basically these, you think these owners would, love me basically because I'm an embryo. I'm a baby in this YouTube world. Um, but for some reason my video got taken down. I don't know why. As I said, didn't say nothing. So guys, please check if you're subscribed. Please. The likes are piss poor. I'm doing my best. So please, subscribe to the channel. I love Chelsea just as much as the next person. Maybe I love Chelsea more than the next person because I don't know where all fans are gone because the atmosphere was dross. It was so quiet. You can hear a little bit of the atmosphere from our home end, but one great deal. I did hear a couple of chants for, we don't care about Clear Lake, but you don't know what's going on. It's just so quiet. I watched the video with Johnny Minerals, who's talking to the Man United 1958, um, and they're landing it like they are. They're gonna be protesting soon. I think it might be against Arsenal match. I heard. But they're on it, like, and our unfortunately our Chelsea supporters trust, they just quiet. And why, I don't know. Well, I do know why. I think it's just, brown envelopes. They want to be friendly, want to build bridges with the owners. I think the CST. Personally, why, I don't know. Weak. I'm sorry, weak. And the fan base is weak. I mean, you've got to look at the fan protest. Just before the Brentford game, it was such a, you know weird, laughable, really. Looking at their phones, chanting Enzo Maresca and we hate Spurs. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? You're supposed to be like pointing the thing at the owners of changing, your model, or get out. Why are we going into Enzo Maresca? That's part of their model. So it's contradicting yourselves. I don't get it. I don't get the fan base no more. I think it's weak. Um, like I said, never used to be. We used to have a really strong firm, back in the day, one of the toughest firms out there. But now it's like wet cardboard. It's just dross. Like, it's like everyone's gone hiding. Probably to do with, the owners. They just, selling out the seats to Vivid, and making people pay astronomical prices. And you know that's what they care about now, making more money any way they can find to make more money. That's what they're gonna do. And there was like half and half supporters. It said we had, like, before long, and even though they've changed more or less our name to LDN and all that, before long we will be called Tourist FC, because that's what we seem to be at the moment, like tourists, in a stadium. Half of them don't know the chance. It's only the proper remaining loyal supporters who go to the game, the ones that are making the little noise. Obviously, when our away days, obviously we up the ante a bit, but we gotta get these owners out, guys. I said you need to watch. I said the Johnny Minrow's last video not so long ago, talking to the 1958. Really interesting video. So salute to Johnny Minrow's if you're watching. If you can keep this, whether this video might get taken down, don't know. Um, as I said, it was interesting video, and just wish we had somebody you know, who could do something like that. I don't know how much more we got to suffer before everybody starts jumping on the same page, rather than the model changing. You know, get Blueco out. We found out today it was they can't sell, but they need to sell to somebody who's wealthy. Somebody like another Roman Abramovich. Uh, I don't know whether this is possible. Why don't Roman Abramovich give all his money to his son, and you know maybe his son could take over? Who knows? But I wish somebody would do something just to get these owners out. I'm only short by a couple of billion. I would do it, but I've, I'd love to. I'd love to have the billions. I'd take over, and they'd be the first people. They'd be gone. Everybody be gone. I'd bring all the everybody back. Bring back Mourinho as well to to calm the situation down, and you know bring all our supporters back. Anyway, that's just dream world. But no, so they can sell. You know, so that we just need somebody to buy now, basically. But I don't know whether that'll happen anytime soon, because these owners just want money. So yeah, we still haven't heard nothing from this Jacket or Jacket, the Jacket Potato. Um, you know, apparently we're way off their valuation. They want 60 million, and we're only offering 39 plus add-ons. So we're a bit way off that, but we got the Sassy. Ooh, really. But yeah, so Could have got, Matt Gui, but, they want to go buy another improving kid. And if rumours are true, if they did buy him, they're going to loan him back to his parent club or to Rennes and for the rest of the season, and then he'll join then in the summer. It's like, why are we going? Why are we doing this again for? Um, uh, they said the owners are just so lackluster in ambition. There's nothing there, is it? We just got to be real. But still rumours of the Julian, Alvarez. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him at the club. But I mean, like this, Mateta, I think his name is the Crystal Palace striker. I mean, Villa, I think it is. They're after him. All and back one of our old boys, Tammy Abraham. Why don't we go for like a Mateta? He's better than what we've got. I'd have Tammy Abrahams ahead of Joao Pedro and Liam Delap personally. Um, I said, unfortunately, though, these owners don't want to go down that route. They just want to keep on finding and buying kids so they can sell them on for double the price, more profit. But I said, I think Enzo Fernandez is going in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised, Cole Palmer will probably go in the summer too. And I probably think there'd be more, maybe even a Caicedo. And then maybe then the fans might start realizing that, yeah, this project isn't working. Maybe people will start realizing then. Why you not realizing now, I don't know. Do you really want to see our club, suffer more than we already are? Have you seen enough? No front of shirt sponsorship. The club's in like 1.2, 1.5 billion pounds of debt when Roman left us debt free. Yeah, and these owners got to pay back the interest of the loans they've taken out with Aries management. Um, I said, and then they got all these kids. You got bought 8 defenders. You got defenders that can recall, but they want to go for another improving kid. It's madness. And then we get in, like I said, a lesser manager or non-manager. We don't sign managers now. Coaches in Liam Rossini. I said we're just going less and less and lesser. I mean, before long, we be going, I don't know, to League Two team, table team, and pick up a manager. You know, fed up with it all, to be honest with you guys. Sorry, I'm not one of these guys who like just screams and shouts or makes jokes or acting or comedy and all that nonsense. I know one of those. There's nothing to be happy about, is it? Really, let's be honest. Um, those days were in the past. Hopefully, those days will come back again. Hopefully. But no, that's it for this to the day, guys. That's basically it. As I said, boring game. We won in the end, 1-0. Could have been more, I know, because for one for the keeper. But that's it for today. As I said, please check if you're subscribed. Um, hit the like button. I said everything's piss poor, but I don't know whether I'm being shadow banned. I don't know. Who knows? Um, but please check everything and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And otherwise, if you were, please resubscribe. Helps me out. I just want our club back. That's all I want. Um, then you won't have to see my ugly mutt. um, once we're back to where we used to be. But no, on a serious note, please help me out, guys. I'm a big passionate Chelsea supporter. Love Chelsea. I bleed blue. I don't burn blue. So yeah, that's it for the day. I will do another video probably tomorrow. See what crappy PR nonsense we get. And then go from there. But respect to everyone. Hope everybody's on their safe travels back home from the game, and hope everybody's good. As always, as I said, respect to every single one of you. This is not nothing personal against nobody. This is just one of my team back, on my Chelsea back, like most of us normal people. rather than the melts and the flip flop merchants and the Gen Zs who are just going along with this crap. I just want our Chelsea back. But if you haven't seen Johnny Mineral's video earlier on today, go and check it out. It was really interesting, really good. So anyway, that's it for today. As I said, win, lose, or draw, Blue Co out as always, and that's a Chelsea Blue out. Cheers, guys. See you on the next one.